Feedback to students is critical and very important, something I spend a lot of time doing. It's actually the number one thing you can do for students is to give them feedback on their performance, and I take it very seriously. I have a lot of strategies in place for feedback, but for me the most important thing for feedback is feeding forward, so feeding it all first. And then the feedback process and the actual marking isn't as onerous because all the expectations are set up. So I do in class things like I do thumbs up, thumbs down, which is a fun activity. I hand out the marking guide, which is a rubric, to all the students in the class. I give them 3 essays from a previous year and I say, okay everyone, you're the marker today. You've got the marking guide. I say, you're in my position. I want you to assign a mark to each of these essays. And but what do we do? They will read the marking guide and I want you to give a mark out of 15. So they all chat, it goes very loud. The first group, when I call them back to the class, so to the central area, they say, how did you find it? How did you find it? And they say 13, 14, something, 15. Then they all argue, why did you give it 15? There was a spelling mistake. No, it's 13. Have you seen criteria 2? And they all have a look at this criteria very intently. And then I say, okay, thumbs up, thumbs down. They thumbs up, they yell it out. And then I say, okay, thumbs up, thank you. And then I go to the bottom group on the right. We're in a tiered lecture theatre. And I say, what did you, oh, terrible, 2. 1, 0, 3. That's a terrible piece of work as well. I say thumbs up, thumbs down, they all boo, boo. And then the middle group, which is a credit, they go like this. They say, I say, oh, what happened? They say, oh, 10, 9. And so this activity, so then on the overhead, I'll put it up and I'll say, well, this is what I'm thinking as I'm marking each of these. And I go through with red or blue print in a Word document. I say, the introduction, there's no introduction, it doesn't make sense, there's spelling mistakes, there's footnotes. They're internalising the marking criteria. The expectations are clear, they've seen what I've given each of the essays. And it just really means that they're ready to go out and do that essay for themselves. And then my mark at the end, I have a bank of comments, so it is personalised, but it's quite quick to mark. And putting those comments in, they understand what those comments mean because I've set it all up prior to that time. It's not just giving it back at the end. So that's really important.